thumbing through my most regular of publications, my Morning Constitutional, of course, Business Insider, and I found a fun little op-ed I wanted to share with you guys. This is written by a psychologist based out of Arizona named Dr. Angela Kenzslowe, and the headline is amazing. I drive a Cybertruck and I'm sick of people flipping me off. I wish they understood how helpful this car is to me.
Is it helpful in burning to death in unquenchable flames? Because that's what I heard it does best, you fucking dummy.
Are you talking about the Cybertruck or Arizona?
Well, oh boy.
What?
This is one of those things where I feel like you drive like an asshole and then you're like, it's my Cybertruck. Why is the reason people are honking all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me.
I flip off every Cybertruck I see, though. So I do believe her on that. I just don't care or feel anything.
Yeah. This is,
is this real? This thing, it can't be real.
It's real, and it's one of those things where I know there's a parallel universe somewhere where I got a master's degree and became an English teacher, and if I was teaching rhetoric at this point, and you're breaking down ethos, logos, and pathos, this is someone desperately grabbing at pathos in a way that is kind of perfect. So I'm just going to read this and y'all stop me when you want.
Do you know what that meant? What you just said?
I feel like I could pretend that I do.
I'm not even going to try to pretend.
I feel like I could answer in a way that keeps all the beach balls bouncing in the air. But if I do it for too long, I will crumble in a shame puddle.
I feel like I dropped out of high school, right? So sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe everyone knows that except me, you know? But then I have to actually question it.
Well, I think pathos means big gay feelings.
Not entirely wrong. So when you're making a speech, there's ethos, ethics. You're appealing to somebody's senses, morality. There's logos, logic, appealing to somebody's logical brain, and then there's pathos, their pathology, their empathy, their sympathy. You're trying to get this person on your side by being like, this affects me and people that kind of thing, right? So with this, she's trying to do that, but this is how she comes off.
I don't know a single person who drives a Cybertruck. Why would I care about them?
I don't know, and this is why it was shocking to me, and I think I've said this on the program before, and if you out there listening spot this, please, we got the Discord, linktree.com/thegoodspod. I'm on Blue Sky at Rivers Langley. If you see a woman driving a Cybertruck, I want to see it. I don't fucking believe it exists. That's why I think this is like a weird psyop, because this is literally the first woman I've heard that owns a Cybertruck, because normally it's just rich guys who aged out of shooting up their high school. So, but anyway, so this is how she starts. I'm a psychologist who drives long distances to see patients in towns throughout Arizona. And when I arrive, I step out of my Tesla Cybertruck. And I don't have the fatigue that typically comes with driving for hours. On the days I travel, I often have a full schedule of Social Security disability psychological assessments to conduct. It's mentally exhausting work that demands focus and compassion.
That's one of those things where I barely understand what she does, but she's trying to make it sound like the most important thing in the entire world.
Oh, I understand what she does. She works for the mental health arm of the federal government, which means that, ironically, her job is about to get nuked by...
Oh, there we have it. There it is.
She's walking right into a cave with a bear in it. She doesn't even see the goddamn bear.
And this is a little leading with the chin. I deal with the disabled who can't leave, and mock me if you will, but I will drive my Cybertruck to their aid.
That's right. Pathos, folks.
Do you hate disabled people?
Yeah.
When you flip me off, you're flipping off a disabled person.
I'll tell you who I'm taking my Cybertruck to. Helen Keller.
She says, I credit my Cybertruck that I have affectionately named Brick House for helping me arrive.
You deserve it. Lady, you deserve it.
For helping me arrive for the day without feeling drained. My road to driving a Cybertruck began in 2012 when I was a doctoral student commuting weekly from Phoenix to Tucson for an advanced clinical training. Those drives up and down Interstate 10 were brutal. Now,
okay, quick question. How did she afford that?
I mean, hey,
going through that program, and buying a Cybertruck.
Well, she started off with her original Tesla, is what she's talking about. I think she got a Model 3, and just wait till I tell you what she named that one, because it's way more fucked. But I did want to point out that if you've never been to Arizona, the drive time between Phoenix and Tucson is 1 hour and 44 minutes. Brutal. Couldn't take it.
I don't get people who
exhausting.
name their car.
Yeah.
She said,
I hate that. Somebody was like, well, you use your car every day, so why would you not want to name it? Somebody told me that. I was like, do you fucking name your toilet?
Yeah.
She said, I'd have to pull over and take a quick nap to finish the drive. And I was like, lady, you have bigger problems than your car if you can't drive an hour and 44 minutes.
I'm sorry. Are you a fucking European? An hour and 45 minutes? I can't get to the fucking beach in that time. Here's the thing. I guarantee this was a fucking psyop by our current government who's saying make hating on Cybertruck sound ableist somehow.
So she'd have to take a nap to finish the drive, but I would still arrive home exhausted. And in 2021, I leased a Tesla Model 3 full self-driving, which I affectionately named Milady.
A woman did not write this.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, this is like a Reddit guy from 2013.
This is a fucking 4chan deep fake if I've ever read one.
And it's literally spelled M-A-apostrophe-lady. Milady. Like the meme.
Why did she have to write it down? Ever? Why would she put the apostrophe?
Over the next 3 years, Milady and I drove more than 35,000 miles crisscrossing Arizona and conducting psychological examinations in rural towns. Milady became more than a car. She was a lifeline that kept me safe on Arizona's back roads and highways.
This car keeps me alive.
This person who watches The Watchmen, a psychologist that needs a deep psychological examination.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Interestingly, I never experienced any backlash when I was driving the Model 3, but in 2024, I knew I wanted to purchase the next car. And since the vehicle is technically for my business, and this is the weird thing where I'm like, I almost believe this part because Arizona is so fucking weird. It says that since the vehicle is technically for my business, it had to be big enough for a specific tax code, and the Cybertruck was the only one that fit the bill.
I feel like even like Jordan Peterson would read this and go, lady, cut the shit already. Like, I'm in a benzo withdrawal and this sounds insane.
Then he pulls out a banjo and sings the Rainbow Connection.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, no, definitely not anymore.
It used to be just a connection.
So this is a thing they do now. They make a tax code that makes it more accessible to buy a large vehicle, and it's cheaper. That's why you see all those huge like Ram 350s or whatever the fuck they're called.
Right.
Because they're cheaper than getting a fucking regular car sometimes.
Yeah, and I can see that for like Arizona too, especially where it's like that state's so fucking crazy. Like, you know, people sleep on Arizona. Everybody like focuses on Florida. It's like, folks, Arizona and Ohio, just as weird, if not weirder.
Yeah. I never see giant vehicles actually towing or carrying anything.
Oh no,
never. There's a reason every like landscaper and like maintenance crew in LA like drives around on the tiniest ass little Ford pickup.
Yeah,
that can load every one thing easily.
They have like a Toyota van you've never seen before in your life, like some type of make or model that you're just like, what? Did you get that directly from Japan? Because I've never seen that in my fucking life.
Yeah, and
then they weld shit to the side of it. That's how you know. Big trucks never have a fucking scratch on them.
No. Yeah. Although I will say, though I have never seen a woman driving a Cybertruck, I have now actually seen a pool guy using a Cybertruck as a work vehicle. And it was at the house right next to the Menendez brothers murder house in Beverly Hills. So
a lot going on in that story.
A lot happened on that street. She says, my long-awaited Cybertruck reservation eventually came through, but I then hesitated to upgrade to the Cybertruck because of all the controversy surrounding Elon Musk. I had already bought a different vehicle with driver assist, but it just didn't compare to Tesla's full self-driving. The exhaustion I felt after driving for hours in the other vehicle was extreme.
This is like one of those stories that like surrounds a recipe you're trying to look up, and it's like, just tell me
how many fucking breadcrumbs
I need salted butter or unsalted butter? Fuck your little townhouse in Martha's Vineyard.
So she says, a health scare landed me in the ER and reminded me how crucial it is to minimize stress. Tesla's full self-driving significantly reduces the stress of driving all over Arizona.
She's literally trying to argue this car keeps her alive.
Straight up. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because again, ethos and logos no longer apply. Got to go straight for the heart. The reactions that I get when driving the Cybertruck have been surprising. It's fun to see kids wave and snap pictures of my quirky looking little stainless steel ride. Their innocent responses are truly heartwarming. What's heartbreaking though.
Who's ever looked at it and said quirky?
Yeah.
Has anyone ever fucking done that before?
Well, I will say, because I'm a tour guide, so I'm driving around people from other countries quite a bit, and they do find it bizarre, and they will take pictures of it.
Yeah,
like,
of
course.
If you're not from America, you're like, well, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. It's how I reacted when I saw a smart car for the first time when I visited Paris in 2000.
I mean, if I see a guy on a unicycle driving by, I will snap a photo.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean his life isn't foolish and contemptible.
So the kids, she likes the way the kids respond, but what's heartbreaking though is the way many adults respond. The general public thinks my truck is a political statement and not something that helps me. It's like driving a Cybertruck makes me a target for adults' opinions on Elon Musk. Why? A close friend even refused to ride in my Cybertruck, sharing his disdain for the Tesla CEO. I was like,
I don't believe that for a second.
I kind of do somehow. I don't know.
And she's a therapist?
She's a psychologist.
I feel it's like come to me if you would like your BPD to be more destructive. Because if I got some ideas for you.
Yeah, I can gaslight the shit out of you.
She says, I've been flipped off, mean mugged, and even given many thumbs down. Like,
worst of all.
why would you do this instead of this? Like,
Some people aren't as crude, I guess.
Yeah, they're Christians.
Yeah.
I wanna jeer this person with my hands, but I can't go all the way. How many suckets have you gotten? That's the real question. So yeah, I've been given many thumbs down, and I've also experienced being shouted out in traffic and others aggressively merging in front of me.
Oh shit, an aggressive merge.
And I'm like, well, part of that is because you're using the self-driving function and you've allowed 5 car lengths between you and the next vehicle. So fuck off. I've done this before to Teslas because I know what you're doing. You're reading your phone.
This seems as good a time as any to interject that I would say daily on my social media, fans of Elon Musk tell me I should be gassed to death.
Oh, cool.
So why don't you take your thumbs down and shove them up your father's ass? How about that?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit that happened to you.
Exactly. Also, it's Tesla, it shouldn't be using gas.
I wonder what this lady would say.
Hey now.
What the fuck? Like, what would this lady said if you said that? What do you think? Would she just be like, well, I mean, that's part of life, I guess.
I think that, she'd be like, she would do the liberal thing of like, well, that is bad, but not such that we should ever do a thing about it at all.
She says, with the added controversies since the 2025 presidential inauguration, I'm like, say it.
Yeah.
Say it. What controversy?
Which one?
Which ones? I'm concerned that people will become even more aggressive with their actions towards my Cybertruck and become physical versus just mean mugging and flipping me off.
Okay. I'm concerned that my fucking passports are in order, you fucking piece of shit.
You know who feels like that? A lot of goddamn people.
Yeah.
People who can barely walk down the street without getting fucking harassed.
Exactly. Let alone afford a Cybertruck.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, exactly. So to be clear, I bought the truck before he became a polarizing political figure. I was like, no, you didn't. You just weren't paying attention. You're dumb as shit. I could have told you that he was an asshole fucking 10 years ago when everybody was like, he's the real Tony Stark. And you're like, Emerald Mine. Didn't actually invent anything. Wanted to call PayPal X. I cannot ignore Musk's behavior, and yet I cannot take back the money I've already spent on buying the Cybertruck. And my Cybertruck, look, it isn't just a luxury good, and it's not about trying to look cool. Driving my Cybertruck is about functionality and safety. Arizona's 2-lane highways with fatigued drivers and narrow roads can be dangerous. I was like, you know what else would be dangerous? Someone on self-driving mode in a fucking completely untested Silicon Valley money suck.
Why is she assuming everyone else is also a fatigued driver, as she puts it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone's just like me, so why are you flipping me off?
I hate to get all Californian on this lady, but fucking learn how to drive, you fucking Arizonan. Oh, the highways are weird.
Yeah.
People die here when it rains. And we do it because we're proud.
Because we like nice weather.
Yeah.
Tesla's Cybertruck technology keeps me centered and reduces the mental toll of long drives. It's like, again, you need pills. You need pills. You need pills.
Sounds pretty centered politically. Am I right?
Yeah. She says, I'm not financially able to sell or trade in the truck to avoid all the troubles. So that is another funny thing is they don't let you take it back. So if you buy a Cybertruck and you don't like it, you're stuck with the lease. You cannot return the thing. She says, it's simply not feasible. When it's time for me to purchase another vehicle, I'm sure other auto manufacturers will have a version of full self-driving and I'll be able to point my dollars towards a more affirming brand. But right now, I'm just leaning into the positives of my Cybertruck.
This is propaganda from Tesla.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, I think so too. Speaking of which, a friend of the show, Grant Lyon, had a Tesla, I believe Model X, crash directly into his living room.
Oh yeah, I recall that.
Put a giant hole in his
Dave Waite.
house. Yeah,
Oh
Dave
my
Waite.
God.
Yeah, Dave Waite was in the room next door to where this happened.
Holy shit. I didn't know that.
And a tow truck showed up and hauled it away before the LAPD got there. And they were, probably not undeservingly suspicious that it was like a thing of Tesla can send out a call, be like, hey, one of our cars crashed. This is going to look bad if, there's something. So they send a tow truck. But it turns out that, no, it's actually just LA tow companies have police scanners and they just do that shit.
Yeah.
They try to beat the cops there and then beat other tow truck drivers there by. So anyway, everything sucks top to bottom.
Oh my goodness. What a wretched woman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And again, I think it's, very funny that she's working for the federal government as a doctor. It's like tick, 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 tick.
Yeah.
You're not going to be driving much longer.
Yeah. Also, they make bumper stickers for Teslas that says, I bought this before I learned Elon Musk was a piece of shit. I feel like that, yep, that's a very good, $8 fix to all your woes, lady.
Also, I don't believe it.
I just think that means you don't read enough.
Yeah, you didn't look it to him until fucking 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Why can't she support a non-controversial car manufacturer like Henry Ford?
Like Ford, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Or General Motors, who did nothing in Brazil.
Yeah.
At all. Don't even look at it. Don't Google those words together. Also, I read a story related about a hair transplant doctor in Massachusetts who drives a gold-wrapped Cybertruck, and he says that people won't stop flicking him off. And last week, somebody put a sticker on his car that said "Nazis fuck off," and now he wants to trade it in. But again, Tesla doesn't let you do that. So, yeah. So that's the update for the big silver doorstopper.
Oy, oy, oy.
What was he like? He was like, I'm not a Nazi. I'm just a Nazi sympathizer, guys.
Yeah. Well, he is Syrian, so that was one little thing. He's like, why is everyone mad at me? I'm just a simple hair transplant doctor from Syria. And it's like, well, you're gonna get shit from both ends, buddy.
Yeah.
So let's just pick.
We didn't say you were a smart Nazi.
Yeah. It's like, get a normal car. That way, only one side will yell at you for who you are.
You know who I trust? The smart Nazis.
Yeah, I know what's up.